Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here, welcome back to another video. So you might be able to see some change of scenery in the background. You're getting a sneak peek in my kitchen, and you might be like, well, that wasn't there before we saw your bed. And yeah, that's because I had to shift my desk around, because at some point my monitors were not really working, and then my keyboard was not working, and then my everything was not working basically because they were overheating, because the wires were hanging basically below the heater that was behind them. So I switched things around, and yeah, this is how we're going to go from now. Though usually the kitchen door will be closed, or actually will not be closed usually, because that's where the cat does the poo-poo. So yeah, get used to seeing my kitchen in the background. But yeah, first fight is going to be Manta here, and this is going to be a little bit of a harder cleanup. Like usually he's going to fight something that has slower health than this. And lately, Green Lantern at the very least here, when we are in Heroic 7, where bosses are gonna have a decent amount of attack. He's not doing much, the shield is not doing much for me, so I just went with both Vixen and Wonder Woman and tried to combo and drop him, and I think I did a surprisingly good job. I actually surprised myself considering how well I did here. Next up, we're going to have a fight against Boss Flash. Another cleanup fight is going to be Kim Sockman plus Dr. Fate plus Shazam. Shazam is there because there was not much help needed, really. Like, Shazam is not that great. He's amazing in Arena and Champions right now, but he only gives you 100% base attack, and on the grand scheme of things, that is simply not that much. Implant Sockman in here. Jump attack specialty, we have the Beta Club on him at level 10. We have a level 6 Kryptonite Spear on Dr. Fate, and on Shazam will be a level 8 Kryptonite Ring. The active effects of none of the artifacts except for the Beta Club will be actively used just for passive stats. And Flash is still heavily annoying. I hate this man. I hate having to fight this man. And I hate not being able to one-shot him in the first fight, and then we're back here and trying to kill him again. I think it was like 3 fights in total, because first up I used Deathstroke. So I don't know how much health was left from Deathstroke. I don't know if this was the amount of health left, or if we did a further fight against him and then got to this point. But yeah, Implant Sockman will get the job done eventually. Reliable Beta Club use for the cleanup fight, but when the enemy's full health, you're gonna get much better results out of North Snow Globe anyway. Next up, we're going to have Boss Atrocitus here, and we're going to use Batman Drowned. She's 7 stars, as you can clearly see, 3 gears at the moment, and she's gonna have Dark Metal cards at level 6. We're going to have Beta Club and the Spear on the other 2 characters to provide us with passive stats. And I kinda get questions about this. Why don't you use Beta Club on Batman Drowned? It would deal decently damage, but we are going to lose a lot of damage from her passive, and the trade-off is not worth. You have no idea how much that 200% additional crit damage means for her. It's going to be an enormous amount of damage lost if we give up on that, so we can't. This is the most optimal way to do it. And now we're getting trapped in the corner. We used our super move, so it seems like we're going to cap at 25 mil. Comparing this to kind of Beta Club performance, usually with Beta Club you're gonna be fine at 25 mil, though you're going to have to play it perfectly because you're not gonna reach this value from the start of the fight. Usually teams need a certain setup. She's gonna on one hand be able to reach it from the start of the fight, but on the other hand will not be at all points active. But at the same time, compared to Beta Club, her damage of passive will be high at all the points. It will not be something that relies on a lot of variables like Beta Club is. So in a way, I mean in a lot of ways, she's stronger than the Beta Club artifacts. That is Atrocitus down. Now for this team, I forgot about this. Like, a lot of times I would have Raven available on the main account, and I have Zatanna available, and I'm like, oh boy, I guess we're just gonna use a random Raven plus something team, and we don't really have something to do 2 billion damage here. And then I was like, oh boy, Raven Zatanna. Remember that? Remember when you used to do that? That was strong. Let's give it another go. So basically the same setup that I used on the Grodd fight is going to be the same for this fight, and we're just going to first up spam specials with Zatanna to get the damage buff in there. By the way, with Zatanna it doesn't really matter if the enemy blocks it or not, you're going to still be able to power steal if the chance hits, so it doesn't matter. Raven there, jump attack special 1, We're dealing decent damage, like 9 mil per second is definitely not too shabby, but at the same time we need more. Like, this is not gonna do it, this is not gonna kill this man. Another special 2 from Zatanna, no power cost on the special 2 again, love to see that. Gonna block, Raven back in there, jump attack, special 1, reset that darkness. 80 mil per second, that's more like it, but still by far not enough. Our special 2, there we go, 300%. Raven, special 1, I mean super move. 30 mil super move, not too bad, and yeah, after that super move we're actually at 20 die, that's quite a decent amount of damage increase, not gonna lie. Jump attack, special 1, into a block. There's something that, I mean, outside of Beta Club use, there's not gonna be a lot of situations though you can do it with Inflant Succumbent Clone. Like, if you can't combo and chop the enemy with Inflant Succumbent Clone, just hold block and jump attack. Hold block and jump attack as soon as they start hitting your block, and in most scenarios you're gonna be able to just keep doing that on and on again, and that way you're going to buy time. Some characters are going to need to use this special in order to be able to keep doing it, like Raven needs to, because she doesn't transition back into a block after jump attack soon enough. But Inflant Suckman doesn't need to do that. Jump attack, special 1, and yeah, this man is gonna be done and over with like 40 seconds on the clock. Almost 40 seconds, he's at 0 health. There we go. Very, very strong team. I mean, I know it's Beta Club team, it's on the pay-to-win side of things, but look, I gotta entertain my pay-to-win audience as well. Moving on to the next fight, we're going to have Boss Green Arrow here. And I mean, it's Rise of Crypto, like, I'm also getting passive stats from the Beta Club. They're basically begging me to use it. So Boss Green Arrow is gonna be one of the most annoying bosses in the game if you can't combo interrupt. And I know I have to do a combo interruption guide. I'll eventually do it. Just chill. I need more free time for that kind of video. If you can't combo interrupt him, he might be the most annoying boss in the game, especially because that special 1 can power drain through blocks. But if you're able to combo interrupt his ass, he's gonna be actually one of the easiest characters in the game to combo interrupt, because his opener has the longest animation and the loud sounds. And the sound is very important when it comes to combo interruption, because you're going to kind of rely on that to tell when to hit. Some people don't, I like to do that. And yeah, Grodd is just beating the crap out of him. We're dealing 36 mil damage at peak per second, which is definitely a reasonable amount. And it's gonna be a one-shot with like 40 seconds left, maybe even 50 seconds left. Yeah, 50 left. Let's call it 50. And there we go. So the next fight, I don't know how I survived this. I don't know how I survived it while playing it, and I don't know how I survived this while looking back at it. We're fighting Boss Green Lantern with the League of Anarchy team, and as you can see, he's dealing a lot of damage. As I said, the hazard dot damage on the ground is going to be basically related to the total attack of the boss. So the higher heroic you're going to get, the more attack the bosses are going to have, and the more the hazards are going to do to you. So the hazard is going to basically keep all my characters at 0 health. And we still have to tank the super move. Harley, Imperator, Batman are at 0 health, which is normal in those fights. It's nothing too dangerous at the moment, but now EPI is going to barely tank the super move. Harley in there, special 2. I somehow dodged the ranged attack. I missed the special 2, but somehow didn't get killed. Imperator, Batman tagged him with 1 health and somehow stunned, and we're back in the game, and we're actually gonna do our damage here. It's not gonna be enough damage, like it's not gonna be 2 billion damage. I'm still a bit far away in Rise of Krypton at the very least from getting that much in. But yeah, it's gonna be a reasonable amount. And in theory, if I use this team again here, I should kill him, but in practice, I'm not sure I'll get so lucky with not dying, basically, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, all that being said, thanks so much for watching. Like it if you liked it, disliked it, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Goodbye!